if you keep it hip hop,
Right.
nothing can be taken away from Africa Band.
No, nothing.
Welcome to KRS in the UK, part 2. And it's action-packed and full, complete. I don't think I'll be going any further than this because, like Colombo, I've just about wrapped this stuff up. You know, like I said, the whole music business is a big con. It's fully satanically run, and it's driven by the worst principles. So I continue my podcast KRS in the UK because he's still got to do his show in London on the 10th of September, which is the 10th of next month. July has been packed with all sorts of events concerning KRS as far as I'm concerned, and as far as the genre of hip-hop music is concerned, you know, because of his stupid comments and all the other stuff that's been going on. It could just as well be that the focus is totally removed from African Bambaataa now, and let's just deal with KRS. There's a lot of stuff to look at. We can go back. I mean, let's start at Boogie Down Productions and Jive Records. And we can start there. Now, excuse me if I have to go for my papers, I'll edit this anyway so I don't have to mess around with the silly stuff. We're starting at Boogie Down Productions and Jive Records. Now, from what anybody knows, KRS-One's first public marriage or relationship or whatever one can call it, pardon me, I'm drinking German beer, really needs to be checked out. You know, was it a marriage? Okay, maybe it was a marriage, a legal marriage with papers and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. But what seems to be pretty significant to me is the amount of dead bodies that Lawrence Parker seems to be leaving behind him, all related to the number 7. And like I said, this is all Crowley stuff. This is all Crowley worship. It's deep. It's deep. I'm saying if you're hanging around or having any partnership or anything going on with KRS, your life's in danger. This is what I'm saying. You know, if you're fucking around with Agent L. Parker, dude, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, your days are numbered. Because the evidence seems to be clear. You know, that looking over the years, a lot of people have popped off around him. You know, we can start with Scott the Rock. Let's start with Scott the Rock. You know, him getting shot. I haven't really researched the fact he'd done a tribute show in his honor or anything like that. I'll need to look at that a bit further. Ironically, July, on the time of Scott the Rock's death, can't remember what day that was. I'll have to check my notes. It should be up now on the screen. You know, July would have been also a Scott the Rock month because he would have lost his life in that time. Now we're talking 33 years from 2016 since his death. If we look at the 33 again, you know, reverse it, mirror it, whatever. You know, you look at the figure 8 and split that up. Yeah, split that down the middle and separate them. You'll get a 3, a normal 3 and a non-facing 3, which makes your figure 8. You know, it's just the stuff that's played around with, and, you know, and messed around with in order to manipulate time and space. You know, people really got to get used to the idea that we're not, you know what I'm saying, talking about ordinary people here. You know, KRS-One is not an ordinary person. Lawrence Krisna Parker is not an ordinary person. Right? Well, number one, I'm going to declare that he's totally full 100% homosexual. I'll slash that and go one better and say lesbian. You know, because it's a freak show. You know, and it's, you know, we've spoken about 13 and Good, and Star Chambers dug that up, and we've dug up the Sex and Violence album cover, which is fully symbolized with Crowley stuff in it. Also, my girlfriend pointed out the black sun, this black object or whatever that's in the distance, looking like a planet, on the left-hand side of the top corner of the album cover, with all sorts of stuff going on. And nobody's really had an explanation for it. The music's been totally spellbinding us without us. You know, we've been checking out the beats, and we've been doing this and we've been doing that, checking out the lyrical flows without really checking out the science behind everything. So, Boogie Down Productions, BDP, we can go on the G Marshall on that, you know what I'm saying? BDP, that's 2, that's 4, that's 16. You know, up to 22, reduced to a 4. Okay, what does it tell us? You know, there's 4 elements, but KRS talks about the 4 principles. You know, breaking, rhyming, graphing, MCing, and DJing. You know, everything's intrinsic. It's all intrinsic. Everything's intrinsic. So we're moving now for Scott the Rock. You know, I don't know when he hooked up with Miss Melody, Ramona Parker, or even when he got married to her, or him. Because I'm looking at Ramona Parker or Miss Melody, and that's just looking too butch to be a woman. This is how far the gay thing goes back. You know what I'm saying? If we are talking about a gay thing. Because everything in Hollywood and everything in the music business is reversed. You know, because it's 777 Crowley worship. You know, it's using the Baphomet symbol to its full effect. You know what I'm saying? With the breasts, the female upper body, and male torso and whatnot. You know, yeah, it's all back to front, twisting around here and up there. You know, and the more and more I look at KRS, I'm not, for my money, looking at a dude. I'm sorry, you know, it's not really lopsided and twisted there, you know. He's got this fucked up hair, which is not even dreadlocks. He's just got it as a, I don't know, bowl cut dread. Nigga, he flaps and shits all over the motherfucking place. And his Ninja Turtle mouth flaps all over the motherfucking place. That space shuttle nose is puffing and fucking breathing and puffing and whatever. You know, and that nigga barks a loud sound, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's a big Amazon motherfucker. You know? You know, moving on to his second marriage, you know, she's out of the way. Simone Parker, Ramona Parker, which I think she also lost her life in July, the 7th month of the year. You know, so now he's hooked up with Simone. We're going from Ramona to Simona. I mean, what's going on, man? Are you rhyming with your next part? Is this some kind of rhyming thing you got going on, dude, or what? You know what I'm saying? You know, now we got Simona G. Parker, who runs and organizes ramp industry, or ramp. Is it Ramp Records? I don't know. Ramp agency. If you Google up Ramp agency, you don't really find much there. But interestingly enough, there are interviews with KRS-One and Simone Jean Parker talking together. You know what I'm saying? Simone G. Parker had dropped a record which was something like an R&B type Mary J. Blige type motherfucking thing. After the death of probably in the same year as the death of Ramona Parker. Is Simone G. Parker dropping the track, you know, and this is how it's all done. You see, we're talking 7 months later. Is that 7 months later? 14. You know what I'm saying? What, you know, in the fall, in the winter of 2007. So, you know, we also hear about her son, which is supposed to be his son, KRS. The son of Simone G. Parker, being one Randy Hubbard Parker. Interesting name, Randy Hubbard. Why Hubbard? Because we're talking about the ancient the Kabbalah system, and these names belonging to Ron Hubbard, who wrote the book on Kabbalah, which is all Baphomet worship. It's all satanic witchcraft. He loses his life at age 23 in 2007 on his 24th birthday, while KRS is doing a show with Marley Marl somewhere else. So this is all kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? This guy's was suffering from depression, apparently. Randy Hubbard Parker, and decided to take his own life. Now, how when you got a successful father and an up-and-coming successful mother, do you find time to be depressed? You know what I'm saying? What's going on there? What happened there? You know, I strike it off as a straight ritual sacrifice. I'll just strike it off and not even bother inquiring anymore, because all the mathematics add up. You know, the time of his birth, the time of his death, and where he was at the time. So he was in Atlanta at the time. You know, we'll break down Atlanta another time. Let's just get to the meat and stuff. You know, so that's bad enough, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, you're talking now Scott LaRock, Ramona Parker. I think Ramona Parker's dying later than Ramona Parker died in 2012. You know, but they all die in July. It's all July. Anybody around KRS is dying in July. This is one of them things, you know what I'm saying? Randy Hubbard Parker was born in July and died in July, and I think gets buried on his birthday. I don't know, his 24th birthday. He was at age 23 at the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, well-to-do dude, I would have thought, you know. But there you go. So what's going on? You know, I can tell you what's going on. That anybody that's got any direct links with KRS loses his life. You will lose your life around that nigga. You know, you'll lose your life around that dude. You know what I'm saying? Especially if your birth date and time add up. You know, and your you know, all the criteria fit the agenda. Now, interesting enough, Randy, Simone and Simone G. Parker developed a system of acrimony, where you can take abbreviated symbols and make new words out of them, like NWO. Well, what could you do with NWO, which everybody knows is the New World Order? Anything you like. Nice way over. Nice way over. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the New World Order. We're going the nice way over. So that's just an example of what they're doing with this acrimony thing. So, you know, KRS, you can see him in the video. We'll play a clip. talks about his wife being crazy, and she coming up with these new acronymic phrases. And KRS speaks about his wife actually hooking up the 50 cents and sorting his problems out, and saying, well, why don't you turn G Unit into something else? Turn G Unit into Go that's not into temptation. I don't know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? These people are practicing some kind of witchcraft. You see an interview. There's one guy that's put one on a radio station. I don't know. You know, it's slipping me right now. Interviews KRS and Simone, and KRS is just buying credit on Simone G. Parker. When you look up Simone G. Parker, anything she's done, not a lot comes up. There's not much that comes up at all. If you look up Ramp Agency, type that up, nothing comes up at all. If you look up, type 50 Cent or G Unit up, it all comes up. You know what I'm saying? And it's ironic that G Unit released The Beast is G Unit, the album, on the 3rd of the 3rd, 2015. So the 3rd of the 3rd, 2015, we're already talking 33. You know what I'm saying? And then the 215, which makes an 8, which is, like I said, I've told you about it. I mentioned the 8 already. 8 symbolizes the circle of infinity, and the double facing 3s. You know what I'm saying? The one facing 3, the inward facing 3. You know. So this is some kind of occult, ritualistic magic that they're all doing, like I said. And it involves also sacrificing people. So Miss Ramone, who, for my money, or Miss Melody, for my money, was clearly a transvestite. So that throws questions up about KRS again. You know, I'm looking at Miss Melody thinking, well, yo, dude. I've looked at MC Light, and I thought, yo, dude. You know what I'm saying? The thing's not quite right here. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know, and there's lots of people doing these videos on these music industry individuals that really have them down as the other sex that they fucking portray themselves to be. You know, and after doing my own research and looking at things in my own way, I can see now that, you know what I'm saying, these people, whoever they are, Yahweh Rules, all of you, you know, some names I can't remember. You know, I'm all hitting the nail here, hardcore. You know, probably Margie, we've spoken about already. We're all hitting the nail, man. Thing is, you know what I'm saying, after hitting the fucking nail, what the fuck are we gonna do? It's to sit here and make videos. I'm sitting here making another video about KRS-One. You know, and you know, I'm hoping I'm not getting many views because I'm not very good at sharing things and promoting myself. You know, I'm good at making stuff, not good at promoting it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my problem. That's why I'm only getting 39 views or whatever the fuck right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a YouTube thing doing its thing and making sure it's policing who's getting how many views and who's not. You know. So it's all pretty strange stuff. You know. In 2007, 2006, he clashes with a dude at Stanford University at the I Am Hip Hop conference at Stanford University in 2006, and loses it with a dude in the audience who happens to be an author of books and also combines hip-hop with martial arts.
A chess whiz, I'm not a chess master, I'm just a guy who loves chess. But what I'm pulling off of it philosophically, that's my strength.
Mr. Banjoko talks about the connection of hip-hop.
When you look at MC battles, when you look at DJ and the role of martial arts in there, if you look at Mixmaster Mike of the Beastie Boys, you look at DJ Qbert, all of these guys were deeply influenced by Kung Fu films. That.
Hip-hop chess is about life strategies, life skills. I think that's really the strength of hip-hop chess, is the fact that we're using this as a way to connect people, as a way to educate people, as a way to give people a support system as a way to build self.
Chance in martial art, I think young people will find a very, very unique path to their final goal, which is enlightenment.
And that will be Mr. Banjoko, Adiso Banjoko. That Adiso Banjoko is on some everything, you know what I'm saying? He's got a fucked up name, you know what I'm saying? Banjoko, because nobody's joking here. You can't joke around with chess and combine that with hip hop. So he hooked up with RZA and all these other guys and developed hip hop chess. You know what I'm saying? And through martial arts in. You know, and it's a big fraternity now. It's getting lots of government funding and people are getting involved, you know what I'm saying? And at this particular I Am Hip Hop conference, KRS lost it. He lost it and said he wanted to spring across the desk and kick Adiso Banjoko's ass. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about a very arrogant, self-righteous person, typical of his Leo star sign, who has this narcissistic outlook on things and doesn't think anybody else's opinion is worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Adiso wanted to hook up with KRS, wrote him a letter. You know what I'm saying? Adiso was quite civil about things and said, well, you know, let's get this together again and let's debate seriously without the violence and everything and all that lot and the threats and everything else. KRS just had his usual arrogant response and refused and didn't want no part of it, as is quoted. So this is the type of individual we're dealing with. This guy is just so up his own ass, so far up his own ass, so far up his own fucking tranny fucking Amazon nose. You know what I'm saying? That nobody else can pull his own ass out. You know, if you look at him and Simone, he's doing all the talking. Simone's just going And what's weird is with Simone G. Parker, he says, well, we didn't get together because we liked each other. It's just necessary. It's just one of them motherfucking things. It's just necessary. You know what I'm saying? He mentions getting sued by BDP, and Scott the Rock getting shot, and then hooking up with Simone. But then accuses either Simone or Ramona of being a money grabber. Now,
sometimes a relationship is out of necessity. It doesn't always start with love. I don't know if we really loved each other. We were friends. We were like, this is like my homie first. It's like, you know. But I kept looking at her with this dude. I'm like, yo, this dude is crazy. Like, you know, whenever you got a problem, you know, let me. And then, of course, she was seeing my situation. I mean, I don't want to blow my own spot up, but, you know, Simone used to hang out with my wife, and she heard firsthand, like, what this woman was trying to do to me, and she's hanging with her. Like, she's, I'm going to get him. I'm going to spend that credit card. I'm going to take me somewhere. I'm going to, and she's there with her, because she's like, by then she became management, so she got to order limo. She got to get to the store. She's looking at this like, this dude is being abused. Like, y'all have no idea. This like, I'm like, on to like, I had like Criminal Minded, By All Means Necessary, Ghetto Music was out. We met like at the end of Ghetto Music, 89. Like right there, I was getting ready to do Edutainment. And I was, you know, I separated from Melody. Boogie Down Productions tried to sue me. Scott LaRock was killed. That 3 years was just madness. And we kind of came together. You gotta be able to admire another man's life, but I want like somebody look at my life. But
now, you know, I'm thinking, well, fuck me, you know what I'm saying? It was all going good with you and Miss Melody at one point, wasn't it? And now she's a money grabbing hoe that just wants to take everything for what you got. So Simone stepped in and stopped all that and married you instead. Yeah? And then further down the line, Miss Melody, Ramona Parker, loses her life, or his life. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking weird. Then after that, all in July, and then after that, Randy loses his life. you know, we've got to ask ourselves, what's going on, dude? What the fuck are you doing? You know? Anyway, I'm going to conclude, you're a lost cause, man. You know what I'm saying? I was going to write you letters and shit and all that motherfucking shit and plead with your ass, but you're gone, man. You're one of them. You know, you're part of the mind control fucking, the whole fucking secret agenda. You've been gay all along. You never fucked any pussy in your life. I don't even think you got a cock, dude. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I'm saying KRS, you're an Amazon fucking tranny. Just like all the motherfuckers in the NFL and the NBA. Okay? Now, people can agree with me or disagree with me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gone at the last teacher in hip hop. The last meaningful aspect in hip hop. Done, because since you can't handle this Bambata thing because you lack the compassion. You know, your narcissism won't allow you to feel sorry or anything like that. So, you know, I've accepted all that because now I've looked deeper and seen that, you know what I'm saying, you're into this 777 crowding thing where you're bumping off the people around you, you know what I'm saying? Your stepson, your ex-wife, and then your ex-partner. You know what I'm saying? Not in that order, your ex-partner, your stepson, and then your ex-wife. You know, all in July. All in the month of July. All done in the month of July. You know, because it's the 7th month of the year. You know, and then, you know, I don't know what you got going with Simone G. Parker. She's handling your business. That's it. Or she's your handler. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? I've got you a little spot of you going at dudes or people that are abusing women. You know, and you've lost it. You know what I'm saying? You better respect black women. You better respect what we'll do. You know what I'm saying? You're the voice of the black woman in that case. That's why you're barking up there like some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll never be a woman again, dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't know if there was a real one of you or you're a different one. I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? My mother was telling me KRS-One is dead. Or Chris Lawrence Parker is dead. Or Lawrence Krisna Parker. What the fuck you doing my second name, nigga? That's another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not even spelled with a U, you know, my motherfucking V, you know what I'm saying? You got that motherfucker in your name, nigga. It's the same as my name, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, dude, you know, I wouldn't want to be compared to you in no fucking way, yeah? The things I got to do, rip up old songs and fucking throw that away and change that and move that out, dude, it doesn't matter, because I never released a hip-hop song. I've never signed up and got a deal or a contract with any of these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been actually protected from the music industry. You know, I'm glad I didn't get involved with none of you niggas. You niggas is fucked up, man. All you niggas is going to hell. KRS-One will go to hell along with Bambata. You know what I'm saying? If that nigga ain't already there. So that's what it is, you know, it's a lot of other stuff, you know, he's there bragging about, you know, anybody that thinks they can research hip-hop and tell you everything about what's going on in hip-hop and where hip-hop is as a culture needs to wake the fuck up and do their research. He said it. Now let me play that clip.
No outside person can ever tell you who you are, ever. Now, that's just legal. I am hip-hop. Now, you have to prove that I'm not. Not me. I know who I am. I'm hip-hop. You have to say, oh, you don't agree, you don't. Who cares if you agree or not? I know who I am. Now let's go further into legal. May 16th, 2001, we took hip-hop to the United Nations and we declared hip-hop an international culture with UNESCO. The sociologists need to do more work, do more research, get some more. This is historical fact. We spoke, we was in Kofi Annan's office was the overseeing office of our event. Our event is well documented. You can look it up, everybody knows it. We went to the UN accepted us. Forget these sociologists that don't know nothing. What is called UNESCO, United Nations Education, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, said hip-hop is a world culture. They said it. We went to the United Nations to accept the world culture status. I was there, of course. I was a keynote speaker. We spoke of hip-hop being the culture. We signed something called a Hip-Hop Declaration of Peace, which the United Nations has as well. 300 delegates were there at our ceremony. It wasn't just me and a couple of my boys. Everybody showed up and documented it. Now, if these sociologists today don't have enough education, that's their problem. But hip-hop is a global culture. Breaking and seeing graffiti on DJ.
So KRS One is responsible for putting UNESCO hip-hop in the clutches of UNESCO as a culture, as an artistic culture. You know, and he brags about it. You know, brags about a panel of other delegates all agreeing that hip-hop should now be a focus for UNESCO, you know what I'm saying? Which the full meaning of and the whole abbreviation of is still yet to break down. You know, we can do that now. So it's interesting that he's already KRS, before we even talk about Bambaataa owning any rights or anything to do with Zulu Nation. You know, motherfuckers asking him to step down. I mean, niggas stepping down from something he owns. If it's anything to own, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's any fucking paraphernalia like t-shirts and badges you can still buy or any of that motherfucking stuff. I don't know, man. There's people that used to be proud members of an ideology. Let's say an ideology. Let's not say an organization. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not talking about an organization. There's nothing registered. There's no paperwork. There's no accountancy, or there's nothing going on. In terms of, there's only paedophilia going on and child trafficking. So that gets me back to, you know what I'm saying, UNESCO and these NGOs that want to play as referee as far as arts, culture, and street culture and stuff like that is concerned. You know, KRS is famous for Stop the Violence. But when you look up Stop the Violence, you don't only come to KRS-One's movement, Stop the Violence. You come to another organization similar to UNESCO, which is simply Stop the Violence. Now, KRS could have named that something different, and I don't know how long the other campaign or the official, if that anything to do with UNICEF or the United Nations is, to Stop the Violence. It was a campaign against the abuse of young girls and kidnapping and torturing and all other young girls. So you can go up on there and they'll play the whole public information advert, you know, and a young girl saying, well, we think girls should be blah 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 and everything else. So, you know, alarm bells are ringing for me, because I'm saying, well, okay, now that's KRS has mirrored that by his own Stop the Violence movement, but he hasn't called it anything else. He's called it Stop the Violence, and it's the exact mirror of the official organization to stop the violence against girls, young girls, kidnapping and child prostitution rings. Now, you know, I'm saying now I make the proclamation or declaration that KRS-One has used his own Stop the Violence campaign to raise an initiative for the other official Stop the Violence campaign, one put on by NGOs. You know, let's not really concern ourselves with the fact that KRS actually threw himself and a few others into the old NGO pot and threw hip hop in with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You know, you know, he's serious when he says if you want to leave, anybody that's got a problem with band Barton needs to leave hip hop. He's serious. He's serious because he's taking this 6-letter description of what he describes as hip, as in knowledge, and hop as in movement, or whatever the fuck. He claimed it as his own. You know, at the I Am Hip Hop conference, he's there arguing with motherfuckers. He's had also runs in with Jeffrey Chang, author of many books himself about hip hop. Jeff Chang. So he's got a few enemies, Dizo Banjoko and Jeff Chang. You know, but he's lost it with Adiza Banjoko to the point that he's, you know what I'm saying, apparently bombarded to get in and get involved and keep people separate and all that lot. And, you know, Davey D and Busy B. And Busy B had turned up with KRS at the Stanford University conference in 2007. So this is all stuff. We're talking about a person that's adamant and arrogant about what he sees as what he considers to be his. It's him. He says he is hip hop. So if he is hip hop, he can have hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is German. Hip hop is German. You know, we're talking about Kraftwerk and early hip hop influences that led to Planet Rock. We're talking German. And then, you know, as my girlfriend's already explained, you know, Kraftwerk is force, power. That's what Bam Barton is. And whatever language it is, Swahili or I don't know, but that's where it comes from, this word, this meaning. You know, so without Kraftwerk, hip hop ain't nothing. Without a German electronic band, who might have been all gay themselves, I don't know. Dude, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking, you know, people have got enough time to adjust and ask themselves if that is a good for them, thing for them or not. You know what I'm saying? We've all danced and rocked out to Planet Rock and everything. I did, man. I did. I'm sorry, man. I rocked out. You know what I'm saying? Those motherfuckers pulling off moves in dance clubs to that shit when I was growing up, man. Guy named Cyrus King. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking, dude, you know what I'm saying? You was a mover, mate. You know what I'm saying? You the way you moved to Planet Rock was something else. You know what I'm saying? We used to rock at the Tiffany Club back in Croydon. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was, you know what I'm saying, 19, 18. So there you go, you know. So it's all pretty strange stuff. You know, I'm not sure if I've covered every single ground. I've written a lot of stuff down. I wanted to cover a lot of stuff. You know, I'll just pick through anything. You know, it's all pretty fun. Like what I find strange is his relationship with Simone G. Parker. I find that so, you know, that they were just buddies. They weren't really, you know what I'm saying? They did the marriage thing afterwards because it made business sense. And how he's just so cold, he said, well look dude, you know what I'm saying? There ain't really nothing about us too tough, you know what I'm saying? There weren't really nothing really special about us. We just, you know what I mean? It ain't like we had a lot of feelings with each other, we just kicked it. And that's it. Which I don't believe. 1 minute they look cold with each other. At one point, KRS puts his arm around her and then takes his arm away, and she doesn't move an inch. She stays in that cold position and just keeping an eye on him and making little grunts and wheezes, and that's all she's doing. And the whole thing. Just necessary, he says. You know what I'm saying? Told you about the study of acronymity. You know what I'm saying? It mirrors KRS's study of Ebonics, which I myself took on as a study. U Kid, G Unit, I don't know. I mean, we've got to go back over that again. And it's all pretty interesting stuff, you know, because it's linked to a lot of dark shit. And KRS is a dark person. He's dark and satanic. You know, that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more I can really say. I mean, you know, here we go with the 7th. Ramona Parker dies at 43. You know? Randy Parker dead at 23 in Atlanta on the 18th of the 7th, 2007. So we can see all the 6s and 7s again, 6s and 7s, you know what I'm saying? It's just all over the place. You know, Billboard magazine covered that, Miss Melody's death. He was in doing a show with Marley Marl, I've mentioned that already. Now, you know, it's strange, you know, when your stepson needs help, you're doing a show somewhere else. Okay, well, never mind. You don't know nothing about Ramp Agency. Maybe that's just something new. If you look up on Google, you won't hear anything or find anything connected with Ramp Agency. You'll come up with some military stuff instead. You know? Like I said, UNESCO, he was, you know, he's taking hip hop to UNESCO, okay? To United Nations. I don't know, it's just all pretty weird stuff, you know, and I've been really looking in deep and checking the whole thing out. You know, these are Banjoko's books also include Bobby Brooks and Bam. Whether that means he had anything going on with Bam Bar, I don't know. And in the arts of and aesthetics of hip hop. These are the books that Adizo wrote. Adizo Banjoko. Some serious stuff, man. He's on some serious stuff, hip hop chess. Now I'm saying, overall, dude, he's done more than UNESOO Nation have done, KRS. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't really know anything about Adizo Banjoko. And I've looked at a few videos and I'm thinking maybe some gay stuff going on there. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But you know, like I said, I'm not going at anybody for being gay. It is a different thing when it's pushed as an agenda. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff. You know, I'll keep it short. You know what I'm saying? We go on the Temple of Hip Hop and look at all the stuff he's got going on there. You know, and it's. You know, but like I said, the most interesting stuff is the thing is the Stop the Violence thing and how it mirrored the actual official. I mean, who's official out of the one that's government sponsored and the one that KRS invents up or uses as a cover or uses that as a way to, maybe he has used that as a cover, and it could be a cover for child sex slavery. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying there's some strange. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting stuff. And I think I've really covered everything. I'm sure, like I said, Stanford Uni. Adizo wanted to meet with him. Jeff Chang. You know, look up any stuff concerning Jeff Chang and his book on the art and aesthetics of hip hop. And Total Chaos. And it's interesting. I've got some footage of Bam Barter talking about dark matter, and this is the subject I've been really skating around because I'm not no expert on anything scientific, but I've been keeping an eye on CERN, and I think the day that Bam Barter and all these people that are worshipping or doing this pagan Egyptian magic is coming for them. The day is coming for them. It's coming for them to peak and reawake because no publicity, bad publicity for these people. You know, the fact that Bam Barter is a raving paedophile and he sat in front of Puppy crying, this is Puppy's words. And confessed to Puppy, listen, I did this shit and I'm sorry. And Puppy explained to him, look, you just need help. And where the fuck's he gonna get help from? A bunch of pedophiles that run governments?
Kamikaze, talk a little bit about Dark Matter. You know, that album that you all put out, got that vibe and all that, because on the surface it seemed like it was just a dance record, but it seems like it went a lot deeper when you listen to the lyrics. And I'll start with you, Bam.
Well, Dark Matter is what moves in our universe and triple blackness of our universe, which is what we call that black people got in their body called melanin. It's that certain type of matter that gives us our hue, that gives us our so-called consciousness, our antennas to the universe. So we were saying dark matter in our universe moving at the speed of light.
So Man Bart's going on about dark matter now. Not now, but he was going on about dark matter. He's, and that's the subject I'm tapping on, because we are talking about, these two dichotomies of black, white, up and down, male, female, things that these motherfuckers are trying to change and piss off and fucking change around and make all topsy-turvy and put one where the other one should be and all sorts of shit. And that's what we got. That's what we got. And if we're not careful, we'll have it all around us. We've already got Hollywood in our streets for these fucking attacks, these shootouts, these ISIS fucking events. All Hollywood, as far as I'm concerned. And Hollywood is now taking its shit out of cinemas and bringing it onto the street. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon we're going to see the Project Bluebeam show. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to tell us now that it's a big object coming out of the sky. Now, could that have anything to do with the object that was on the corner of top right left hand corner of the Sex and Violence album by BDP? I don't know. Was Distinction Level event anything to do with the last days on Earth for human beings before a great cataclysm? Are we talking about Noah's Ark? And I'm referring to Busta Rhymes, one of the Busta Rhymes albums, which he released, one in the 90s and one in 2014 or 2000, whenever it was, in Extinction Level event. All these end time titles. And I'll talk about going back to CERN and dark matter and Bambata, how we've gone 30 years back to when these people are prominent. BDP was prominent 30 years ago. Planet Rock was prominent 30 years ago. These things were prominent. Miss Melody was a prominent member of the Boogie Down Productions group 30 years ago. So it's quite interesting the time we're going through right now. I'll end this session and find out anything else. There might be more stuff that I can actually throw in. Yeah.
It's happening in rural areas, and he really speaks out against all the gangsters. Go out and kill each other, go out, deal drugs, all of that, and he has really turned millions of people away from that. But he's a pioneering hip-hopper, sold millions and millions of records.
In Dallas, screaming at the audience to stop the violence. And it's funny because natural state of
girls in every country across the world are being subjected to many forms of violence. This is wrong and must stop. Girls have the right to live free from violence and the fear of violence.
Hip-hop's supposed to respond to the bad bottom. With that being said, with the name being, how is hip-hop supposed to respond to the bad bottom? How are we supposed to do that?
What angle you want to take it from?
I just don't know. That's why it's a generic question. What should we do? Because you being our father, sure. Whatever you say, I have to move according to.
Well, first of all, controversy is not truth. What you want is truth right now. You want truth. But truth is also not information. It's not gossip. It's not even conversation. For me, if you keep it hip-hop, nothing can be taken away from Africa being
I want y'all to listen to my dad. DJ better listen.
join the crew, well, you must see me. You can't sound like Shan or the one Marley, because Shan and Marley Marl and my rhyming like the gay. Shan and Marley Marl is really only bluffing. He pumping. MC Shan and Marley Marl is really only bluffing. Like Dougie, he pumping. MC Shan and Marley Marl is really only bluffing. Like Dougie Fresh said, I tell you now, you ain't nothing. What's the matter with your MC Marley Marl? Don't you know? What's the matter with your MC Marley Marl? Don't you know that he's out of touch? Ooh, what's the matter with your MC Marley Marl? Don't you know? What's the matter with your DJ MC Shan on the wheel? Boss created hip hop queens will only get dropped. You still telling lies to me.
A minute, they not gonna say, yo, that they got this whole thing from kids. KRS is saying stuff about how, you know, he even said something about how Flash created the crossfade.
Right.
No.
This is the mix-up that was the first crossfade mix-up in the Bronx. First one was GLI Disco 3800.
D had a crossfade, a GLI crossfade back in the day.
Right.
The first mixer was up and down, and there was one with a knob. So there was an up and down, and there was one with a knob.
Okay.
Turn like that.
Okay.
So Flash not come at Flash. When you heard Flash was after 75, 76.
Right.
And we had been already, that was the second generation.
And you know what's interesting about that? If KRS One says,
first of all, he was never there.
Oh, KRS One?
Yeah.
He was a little too young.
Yeah, he was never none of that stuff.
Right.
I tell him to his face, I'll tell you to your face, you weren't there. You weren't there in there. You weren't at the 371 Club. You wasn't in Stevenson. You wasn't at 123. You wasn't there.
Right.
How you gonna know? You wasn't there.
Right. You wasn't there.
I never seen you.
Right.
People seen me. Everybody seen Booby.
Right. But you know what's interesting about that is, if he says Grandmaster Flash invented the crossfader in 76, then that means that Herc never had a crossfader.
Exactly.
In 73, 74, 75, Herc never even had a crossfader.
Exactly. So that's when, you know,
that's interesting.
That's what really happens when you're not there.
Right.
When you're not there, you can't say what happened. Somebody punch somebody in your face, and you say, oh, snap, I saw him punch a guy in the face. The only way you could say that is if you was there.
Right.
Or somebody told you.
Right.
Somebody told you. You ain't see us making a film. You gonna walk behind us. You just trying to get her face in there. Get her face. Show her face. She had to show us just see what she look like.
No, I realized it.
It's a Bronx still thing.
For you. This has put reputations on the line. How many of us out here are doing community work that are in chapters that represent this organization? And this is what you do. Those that know about this, you need to leave. As far as I'm concerned, and I mean this with no ill intent, I have love for brothers and sisters in Zoo Nation. There may be people in Zoo Nation, just like if you see me on these videos, I have to agree to disagree with people of ideology. Zoo Nation needs to end. It doesn't need to exist. Why do I say that? Because even if you get BAM, and even if you get other individuals from Supreme World Council and World Council out, you still have individuals that have an agenda and have a motive that want to come into the organization and they want to do with the organization what they want to do. Not what we want to do, not what us want to do, what I want to do and what me wants to do. That's the problem. And you know, every single universal that I've ever spoke at, 14 years old I joined this nation, and I heard in the 24 years 4 rumors that Bam Bada was gay and was a molester. I never seen anything. I never been to Bam's place, nothing like that. There was no evidence. I stuck with it. And I stuck with this nation for 24 years because it's like a relationship, a man with the woman or the woman with the man, and one or the other in the relationship is not doing what they're supposed to do in a relationship, but because you love that person, and you have faith in that person, you gotta leave it. Even if they step down, you're gonna have people that's gonna come in, and it's not gonna be run properly. It's just not. That's just the reality. And if anybody watching this that is Zulu disagrees with me, then that's your opinion. You have the right to disagree with me. But I'm going off of what facts are.
You criminal-minded because you ain't never been no criminal, and the damage that you do, that shit'll be minimal. Marley saved your ass because I could have did it back then and been serving time for life for killing your ass with an ink pen. Call yourself the Blastmasta? Go ahead, cock that shit back. And the only thing you're going to get is this foot up in your shit crack. I'm just trying to stop these silly lies that you've been telling them for years, and these words is coming out my mouth directly to your ears. And while you up there trying to reach your peak, trying to reach your pinnacle, I'll be still down here talking shit, saying shit that's cynical. Break it down and chop it up, and break it off in intervals, and when they reach their final synopsis, they gonna see we not identical. Now that I done chill, you think you the man of the higher art, and I think you on fire when you're merely just a spark. Like I said, I could have duffed your ass 30 years back, but Marley told me to chill. Hold off your attack. I hear you, Chris, you claiming that you the greatest of all times, but it sounds to me like you a nigga that suffers from Alzheimer's. But as with Alzheimer's, it seems to me you must have forgot that Shan is that nigga that'll blow up your spot. And when it comes to dynamite, I don't need Al-Qaeda to back me. Shan is that motherfucker is what I'm saying. Exactly. And the only thing that you've got locked down is your dreads. So you better stay calm, because I arm mine with warheads. Through the years, my flows have been known to blow gristle tomahawk missiles so harmonious that the words make the wind whistle. I'm coming from beyond with a mental state of affliction, and my misguided dialect will leave you in a state of affliction, pain, and constantly my diction reigns when I pour, and I still want war. We can never compare, son, because you and I, we opposito. You love the way I flip it when I grip it because it's lethal, and if rhyming was your key to success, I guess you shut out. Now open up that gate and let that motherfucking mud out. Ain't no shame in my game. I still roll in Cadillacs and swing the battle axe, and still remove niggas like you like cataracts. Never inertia, always allow my mind to expand. I'm in defiance, and only men of science can understand. I'm from the Holy Land, and once I sip drinks from the Holy Grail, doused the flames in my chest and stood on the pyramid's crest. See, my mind seems the whole time captive in a bottle, swear my shit was Shakespearean and written by Aristotle and Plato, but still I lay low. But one day, though, I'm about to take all this shit, little do they know. This ain't no Drake and Meek Mill going back to back. This is Shannon KRS-One, and I don't need no track. Dweedle, 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 you on some Mark and Mindy shit. You can't fuck with my flows, let alone wipe off my spit. And in the end of the day, I ain't got no plans to lose. No longer do I smoke crack, and you can talk about my shoes, but I ain't seen a pair of shoes that been branded with the Chris name. But you say you took me out? That's a goddamn shame. And all I say is 1, 2, 3. That nigga can't fuck with me. And if you want to go to the tip hop, let's do this shit real hip hop. You understand? MC Shan, my style is true. That might be true because Drake took his singing ass style from you. But I bet you thought that Chris will never put me through the ringer. A real rap nigga getting dumped by a fucking singer? Do 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 do. The bridge is over. Water, motherfucker. What you trying to take me for? Some other rap, motherfucker? I was a dragon that you supposedly slayed, so they said, but you should have popped 2 in my head, nigga. Dee 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 da dee day. I'm wishing this nigga Chris would really come out and play. Now ask your fans if you should really respond or not, because you know deep in your heart that you might get got, nigga. Fucking around. That's your apology. Man.
Whew. This is the Axe KRS-One Q&A. Coming back to the UK. First of all, I'm on my way to the UK right now. You guys should go online and see some of the shows that are going up right now.
you know, the UK, you guys, man, you know, between the UK, France, and Germany, y'all can't get enough of KRS. So I go back every year. The UK, though, is and when I say UK, for those who don't know, United Kingdom, Britain, England, okay? That's the spot for me right there. Big up to Brixton, big up to Manchester, Leeds, shout out to Brighton, Birmingham, all them places. We be up and down, you know, in there. Y'all know I be there. Y'all see me over there. So when am I coming back to the UK? I think I'll be there around June, July. Sometime around July, I'm gonna be in the UK.